Suvarna Venkatrao Gaikwad, working as Assistant Professor, Department of Botany in Dada Patil Mahavidyalaya, Karjat, District, Ahmednagar. Today we will discuss about our first topic, which is of TY-BSc paper 3rd, Genetics and Evolution. The outline of today's session is introduction, definition of genetics, then the concept of heredity and variation, branches of genetics, then the applications of genetics, and finally terminologies of the genetics. So let us see one by one. In introduction, the term genetics was coined by scientist Bateson in 1905. Okay, so genetics, it is the branch of biology which deals with the study of heredity and variation. So what is the meaning of this heredity and variation? See, as a daughter, I resemble my parents up to certain extent. That is, I inherit certain characters from my parents. Characters such as skin color, then the height. Okay, so these characters are transmitted from my parents to me. That is, transmission of characters from one generation to next generation is called as heredity, and heredity is the basis of formation of new species. Okay, then we will see concept of variations. So keep in mind that though I resemble my parents to certain extent, but I am not identical copy of my parents. That is, there are certain differences, and these visible differences from parents and their offspring or offspring of the same parents, these are called as variations, and variations are the basis of evolution. Okay, so mainly genetic constitutes heredity and variation. Okay, then we will see the branches of genetics. So basically there are 3 branches of genetics. The first branch is Mendelian genetics. Second branch is molecular genetics. And the third branch is population genetics. The Mendelian genetics is also called as classical genetics. Okay, let us see one by one. Mendelian genetics. So when we are dealing with the genetics, how can we forget about the father of genetics? So scientist Gregor Johann Mendel, he is called as father of genetics. So Mendel conducted breeding experiments. Breeding, that is crossing experiment on garden pea plant. Okay, on garden pea plant. The scientific name of garden pea plant is Pisum sativum. Pisum sativum. Okay, so he conducted breeding experiments on garden pea plant and studied individual pea plant for many generations, and after studying this plant for many generations, he put forth certain laws, and these laws are called as Mendel's laws of inheritance. Okay, these laws are called as Mendel's laws of inheritance. These are also called as principles of inheritance. Okay, but unfortunately, the work of Mendel remained noticed up to 1900. In 1900, there are three scientists such as Hugo de Vries from Holland, Karl Lorenz from Germany, and von Schirmack from Austria. These three scientists, they rediscovered Mendel's work. And finally, the work of Mendel accepted, and he is called as father of genetics. Okay. So the main branch is Mendelian genetics. It is also called as classical genetics. In Mendelian genetics, we will study different laws of Mendel's, laws of heredity or laws of inheritance. Second branch is molecular genetics. In molecular genetics, we are dealing with the structure and functions of DNA or structure and functions of the genes at molecular level. Okay? And the third important branch of genetics is population genetics. In population genetics, we will study how an individual's frequencies of allele or genotypic frequencies, they can differ from individual to individual within a population. Okay? So, the main branches are Mendelian genetics, in which we will study Mendel's law. Second is the molecular genetics, in which we will study structure and function of the DNA or genes at the molecular level. And in population genetics, we will study how genotypic and allelic frequency, they change within a population. Okay? So we will move further towards the applications of genetics. So genetics has wide variety of application. The first important application is pedigree analysis. Pedigree analysis is nothing but the inheritance pattern. By using genetics, we can study the inheritance pattern of a particular character, for example, of a disease called as diabetes. Okay? By pedigree analysis, we can study inheritance pattern of diabetes. Also, we can study the severity of that disease. And finally, we also study possibility of this disease in consecutive generations. So, pedigree analysis plays important role in inheritance pattern. Okay? The next application of genetics is genetically modified organisms. So, genetically modified, the term itself indicates organism's genome. Okay? Organism's genome can be modified. Okay? Organism's genome can be modified. For example, genetically modified organisms may be plants or animals. The well-known example of genetically modified plant is Bt cotton. What is Bt cotton? So generally, the cotton is one of the most important crop of our India. But every cotton crop facing the problem of diseases due to insects and pests. So scientists introduced new cotton, that is the Bt cotton. So actually Bt means a bacteria called as Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay. These bacteria have a protein crystal which is toxic to the insects and pests. So scientists have successful in introducing these Bt gene which is toxic to the insects into the normal cotton variety. Now the modified cotton is called as Bt cotton. Okay. In this way, by use of genetics, we can modify organisms, maybe plants or animals. So the next application is genetic engineering. So genetic engineering is a direct manipulation of gene of an organism by using biotechnological tools. For example, there is a southern blotting, northern blotting, PCR. Okay. The next application is the DNA fingerprinting. Very important aspect of the genetics. By use of DNA fingerprinting, we can identify an individual from DNA sample by looking at their unique DNA pattern. Okay. So next is the gene therapy. Now we all know that there are certain diseases like hemophilia, cystic fibrosis, so they cannot be cured by regular medicines. So we have to develop gene therapy. In gene therapy, there is insertion of functional gene into the cells or genes which are not properly functional. Okay, so by inserting correct genes into the infected cells, we can cure certain diseases. Okay, next is the preserving biodiversity. So in today's life, biodiversity conservation plays an important role, and in doing that, genetic diversity is the main pillar for species diversity and ecosystem diversity. And the main goal of conservation genetics is to apply the knowledge of genetics to reduce the risk of extinction of species. Okay, and the final application of genetics is the most important, that is infectious disease diagnosis. So by use of genetics, we can diagnose certain infectious diseases. For example, nowadays we are facing, whole world is facing the problem of pandemic COVID-19. But for the treatment, there is a proper diagnosis of COVID-19 is necessary, and for that there is a technique called RT-PCR, that is reverse transcriptase polymerase chain reaction is used. In PCR, we can amplify the gene of our interest millions times. Okay, so this technology is used for proper diagnosis of COVID-19. So these all are important applications of the genetics. Hope you are familiar with. Okay, so we will move towards the terminologies of genetics. So there are certain basic terminologies in genetics, such as the first basic term, it is the factor. What is factor? Factor, it is the unit of heredity. We know that heredity is the transmission of characters, and behind that factors play important role. Okay, so unit of heredity is called as factor. Presently, factor is called as gene. What is gene? Gene, it is a fragment of DNA. So this is DNA, and its particular fragment, it is called as gene. Okay, so gene is a factor and this is the gene. The most important term is the allele. Allele, also called as allelomorph. What is the allele? So allele, it is a pair of genes. Allele, it is a pair of genes. Pair of genes controlling same character. Controlling same character. And they occupy similar position on the homologous chromosome. Okay, allele are nothing but the pair of genes. They control same character and they occupy same position on homologous chromosome. How? Let us see. For example, capital T and small t. Gene, capital T and small t. These are the pair of genes. Okay. Then, are they control same character? Yes. Capital T and small t, they control same character, that is height of stem. Okay, they controlling same character, and also when they are present on homologous chromosome, they occupy similar position. Locus means the position. So this is a homologous chromosome, this is a homologous chromosome, and the capital T and small t, they occupy similar position on the homologous chromosome. So these all constitutes allele. Okay. Then we will move towards the parental generation. Parental generation. If we take a simple cross such as pure tall into pure dwarf. If we take a cross between a pure tall and pure dwarf variety, so the individuals or the parents or the organisms which are taken initial, okay, generation of the individuals which are used in the initial cross, for example pure tall and pure dwarf, these are the parental generation. Okay. Then we will see what is the meaning of F1 generation. See, this is a phenotype, then it is a genotype. Genotype pure tall is capital T, capital T. Pure dwarf is small t, small t. Then there is a gamete. The gamete of capital T is capital T and small t is small t. So when we cross these two, we get capital T, small t, that is hybrid tall. So this generation is called as F1 generation. So the generation which is obtained by crossing two pure parents is called as F1 generation. Okay. Next we will see what is F2 generation. So this is F1 generation. When we cross F1 generation into F1 generation, okay, then the generation which we got is called as F2 generation. Okay, cross of F1 individuals with self is called as selfing. Okay, after that we got F2 generation. Okay. So then we will see what is character pure. See, if a plant produces same character generation after generation, then it is called as pure character. For example, pure tall, that is generation after generation these plant produces tall variety. Similarly, pure dwarf, generation after generation these plant produces pure dwarf variety. So these are the pure variety. The next concept is hybrid. Okay, hybrid. After crossing two pure parents, we obtain hybrid tall individuals. That is the individuals which are obtained by crossing two pure lines. These are called as hybrid variety. Okay. So this is the difference between pure and hybrid. Then we will see what is the dominant character. Okay. For that we will see when we cross pure tall into pure dwarf in F1 generation we get tall variety. That is character. Out of tall and dwarf, the character which appears in F1 generation is called as dominant character. Out of tall and dwarf, tall character appears in F1 generation. So it is called as dominant character. Okay. Then we will see recessive character. See, out of tall and dwarf, tall character appears in F1 generation, but the other character which is not expressed in F1 generation, that is dwarf character, and the character which is not appear in F1 generation, that is dwarf, is called as recessive character. Okay, this is the basic difference between dominant and recessive. Now we will see what is homozygous condition. Okay, what is homozygous condition? See, when an organism possesses two similar genes for a particular character, it is called as homozygous. For example, if character, that is the stem height, okay, stem height character possesses two similar genes for tall character, it is called as homozygous condition. Okay. Next is the heterozygous condition. Okay. When a character possesses two dissimilar genes. When a character possesses two dissimilar genes, it is called as heterozygous character. Hetero means dissimilar. So capital T is different and small t is different. So this is heterozygous condition. Okay. Then another concept is monohybrid. Monohybrid. Cross. Okay. So the cross which is taken between two individuals taking into consideration of single pair of contrasting character. Mono means single, hybrid. Okay. So when we take only one character at a time, that is stem height, that is tall and dwarf, then in F1 generation capital T, small t, it is monohybrid character. Okay, or the cross which is taken between single pair of contrasting character is called as monohybrid cross. The next cross is dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross. So, di means two. Cross between two homozygous individuals differing in two pairs of contrasting character. Okay, it is called as dihybrid cross. For example, capital Y, capital R into small y, small r. In F1 generation, we get capital Y, small y, capital R, small r. So these are the dihybrid character. So in today's session, let's summarize it. In today's session, we have discussed about the introduction of genetics, then the concept of heredity and variation, definition of genetics, branches of genetics, application of genetics, and finally there are terminologies in genetics. Hope you will understand the today's session, and we will stop here and we will meet in the second session, which is based on different type of crosses such as back cross, reciprocal cross, etc. Thank you.